Fourth grade, week 18, bears. We're still on animal adaptations for animals. We're still using the bear as our focus. This week includes a trunk from Ellen Trout Zoo that was on loan for us. And it has some biofacts in it that we're going to use with our bear. So I'm going to go over those biofacts with you. We looked at the skull a little bit last week, and we looked at how our teeth are actually formed in an omnivore, with these sharp canines, and then these flat grinders that grind the meat back there. And I always ask kids to run their teeth over the top of their own back teeth to see how flat they are and how they grind their food. So the difference is we don't tear and kill meat like he does. That's why he has such big canine teeth. So you can pass that skull around and show the kids. But here's a picture of the bear trunk. And we talked a little bit about this poster right here that was also on loan, about a hunter must take responsibility for his own actions if he picks up a gun, that it doesn't matter if you don't know the law. If you kill a black bear in Texas, you're going to be fined with up to $10,000 or jail time. So that's something good to read to fourth graders. There are some tracks in this trunk. This is a grizzly bear track. These are made of rubber. You can pick them up, pass them around. There's different sizes, so we can use those. There is a baby bear size of what a cub would be if it was born during hibernation. It has a 1 pound weight in it. That's all they weigh at birth. And then we have a little bear cub that's growing when he gets outside of the den in the spring. Included in this trunk was a hide of a bear, and it actually has the real paws on the bottom with the claws attached. And the kids can feel this. They can feel the denseness of that fur. That part of the denseness of that fur is its adaptation. It's very thick hide. So when another bear tries to claw it, it does have some fur to protect it. They can take these rubber tracks and they can compare it to that claw. And look how these scientists came up with these casts of these tracks. Included is what that bear eats. We got berries here. We got some grapes. We got a lizard. I put a lizard up here because if it's an omnivore, they need to make sure they still understand that they eat meat and plants. Here are some claws that can be passed around, showing the kids. They can actually see how they're joined at the body and how sharp they are. Probably one of the most fascinating things that came in the trunk is something called scat. Scat is nothing other than bear poop or any poop of any wild animal. Scientists actually used this poop to identify an animal that was on the trail. So this is made of plastic. You can pick, or rubber, you can pick it up, you can pass it around. It'll gross out the kids, it'll gross out the teachers. And everybody will get thrilled that they actually got to pick up bear poop. In fourth grade, we're going to make this hinged skull here. If you turn it over, you've got a black bear outline, but when you turn it back over, you got the skull that's hinged so they can see it's a hinged joint. And this is something they can put in their notebook. We also have a bear walk, so the kids can walk down this piece of paper, being careful with it. It belongs to the zoo. They can try to put their feet where the bear put his feet, and they can see how big the bear was by how big those tracks were. So they actually use the size of a real cast to do this. And then go finish the class up by, the bear's still going to be here. I've given you a book on grizzly bears, and we're going to finish it up by reading our bear book to the kids and answering any questions. Third grade, We're also going to have this on the floor taped down so that your kids can see how a bear's tracks would look if they were to be found in the woods, so that it'll be all right for them to walk on this paper just once and see if they can put their feet where the bear puts his feet. So that's something I thought might be fun.